Welcome back to Jaeger Racing. Today we're going to be installing some Whiteline Sway Bars on Project SS. Alright, welcome back guys. We're going to be installing these Whiteline Sway Bars onto Project SS here. This is my friend Aaron, I'm Mark. And Aaron, go ahead, tell us why we're going to be installing these.
So we've done the event out of Streets of Willow, 2 months ago now, and car did pretty well, like you'd seen in the past videos if you watched those. But there was a problem with body roll, and it didn't want to rotate. So got the Whiteline stuff, and hopefully it's going to alleviate the body roll and let do rear-wheel drive stuff.
So a big thing here is we're going to hope to kind of stiffen up the rear, have the adjustability front and rear, and that's really going to help us fine-tune this car and make sure that it can rotate and get it to where Aaron likes how the handling of the car is. Again, the body roll was pretty serious. It really was evident, showing how heavy this car is. But this is our attempt number one at trying to get this car to handle more the way we want it to without going full coilover just yet. Alright, so now we're going to get into the install and then we'll show you the aftermath. So after we get done with the installation, we're going to head out to Big Willow on December 10th, and then we're going to get some impressions, and we're going to come back to you guys with those impressions at a later point in the video.
Once we get there.
Alright, so that's a wrap on the rear sway bar. Super easy install. Undid some exhaust muffler things real quick, threw the sway bar onto the car, and took the other one off, and in that order, of course. Put the wheels back on, and now we move to the front.
Alright, so we got our stock sway bar here that we're going to be yanking out here in a second with our new guy right there. And hopefully this is going to get us some anti-body roll goodness. Okay, so to get the sway bar out, what we had to do was we had to pull the tie rods, both sides, and we had to remove this right here. We had to remove the bolt there so we get this little bit of upward motion. And then we jacked up this side here and that side there at different times to get it wiggled out. It is very much stuck in there very well, but with all of that done, you can get the stock sway bar out with not anywhere close to relative ease, but huge difficult and annoyance, which is very similar to my Mustang. Yay. So, oh, and you have to take this plastic splash guard off so that you can reach in here and fiddle with the sway bar as you try to do things. So, yeah, good times. How was it, Aaron?
That sucked. I wanted to just use a sawzall.
So, we got the new sway bar installed, the new end links installed up in the front. Nice white line bar here. Just like every time I did the Mustang, so the front sway bar really sucks to get out. You're really twisting and turning and doing all sorts of weird stuff. But got that out of there, got it all installed, and so yeah. So front bar installed, rear bar installed, bow installed, all the things installed, and ready to go. You can kind of see here, you can get down to there, kind of can't see, but it's there. But yeah. So Aaron, how was that install?
That was difficult.
Yeah.
It's staying in there if we ever sell the car.
Yeah, it's definitely never coming back out ever again. It's just gonna be there forever. So, granted, but it's in now and good to go. Tell me what your expectation is of after this install.
Hopefully it stiffens it up and we don't have nearly as much body roll, because that was pretty bad. But as we already saw when we jacked it up, the front after just doing the rear, it was already quite a bit stiffer than what it was before. So we shall see.
All right, so that was painful. Let's just go with painful. Yeah, not the most fun in the world. It's always not very fun trying to take a very rigid, hard bar, heavy bar, I will say as well, because it was a solid front bar, and sliding it into position. Trying to get the original one out
was a pain.
Yeah, the big thing that we found was if you take a couple of the multi-link pieces of suspension out of the front, and remove them. Made it way easier. Wish we'd done that more in the beginning. We were trying to go easy, trying to make it as easy as possible. Should have just done what we should have done. But overall, we're going to see how this plays out on the track on December 10th.
We already saw how stiff it was when we were taking it off the jacks. The front wheel was still off the ground when we pulled the jacks out on this side, and it was only jacked on that side. So
I think this is definitely going to really help the overall feel of the car. Also, just think it's going to help just drive my car around town. And I'm really, really hoping this is going to make a big difference in making that tail a little bit more tail happy.
Yeah.
Because it'll just make the car way more fun to drive. But next step is you'll see us at the track.
Yep,
So we'll see
November
you
10th.
December 10th, we'll be there.
Yeah, December 10th.
All right, guys, out here at the Jaeger Racing track day at Big Willow. It is like a brisk 27 degrees this morning. Have the SS set up for the track today. So let's see how this goes.
All right, so here's Aaron's lap. Big thing here is throughout the day we were able to kind of look at the handling characteristics of the car. Again, from the modifications that we did, we were looking to get a little bit more rotation, get the car more neutral handling, and so on. And overall, I'd have to say it was definitely a win here. Car felt very good, very stable. It definitely pulled a lot of the understeer out of the car, which was fantastic. You can see we're going through turn 2 right here. Yes, the car still needs a little bit more rotation, but it wasn't just an understeering pig the entire time. It was actually pretty good. So we still have a little bit of body roll, but it is a very heavy car and a very stock suspension. The Whiteline parts definitely did a huge help to this car. As you can see as it goes through here, definitely helped it with that body roll and giving it a lot more confidence inspiring feeling as a whole to the driver, which is hugely impactful during the lap. Aaron's a little offline in a couple places, we're working on that, but overall he's doing very well, and the car is now handling much better than it ever has, making it a much more fun car to drive. When we go back to streets, that's going to really set the tone there, as that track definitely gives you a little bit more latitude to kind of explore the oversteer situation a little bit more. But as an overall, the car definitely did a lot better than expected with just a few modifications, and we haven't even gotten to the point where we were actually dialing an alignment in or do anything like that. So great lap, great fun. Aaron definitely had a blast doing it. And he ended the day with a 140. And here, Aaron shows us how not to take turn 9. Although it is the quickest way into the pits, I must say. Alright guys, catch us again at our next installment.